Hi guys, welcome back to another installment of Professor Charles S. Live. Today, we're going to talk about getting out your comfort zone. So today, the other thing that I had originally planned on doing didn't happen. I don't know why, but let's not even get into that. We're going to talk about getting out of our comfort zone. So the problem is, a lot of us, we have goals, we have dreams, we have things that we want to get to, but what are we doing to get out of that? You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, a lot of us are afraid to get out of our comfort zone because we're so used to the normal. The normalcy is ridiculous. It's like it's make you want to throw it because the thing is, after a while, you've been so used to normal, you don't want to try anything different. I see it all the time. You say, hey, try something new. You're like, hey, man, try that new shirt on. Or you tell somebody, hey, try this new recipe out. And guess what they'll say? No. Because guess what? They're still used to the same old recipe or the same old type of food they've been eating. And you got to learn how to try new things. And I see that all the time. I remember years back, I had a friend and I asked, I said, hey, let's go to UMaCon, which is the biggest convention within the state I live in. And he was like, no. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I'm not going to ask you no more because you are so used to meeting people in normal settings like the mall, the store, a restaurant. I'm not going to ask you anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because you feel that this is the place to meet people and you can't meet them at a convention. By far, I am so glad I got out of my comfort zone. I was like, since you won't go, I'll go myself. I went myself. I enjoyed myself. I met new people. I got a chance to experience new things, new ideas, new concepts, saw cool things. I've seen people play music. I've seen people dress up in cosplay. Got a chance to see people do gaming tournaments. I even went to the arcade. Oh my God, man, it was so fun. But if I would have let that friend to discourage me and say, yo, I'm not going, and then, that person discouraging me not to go, I would have never went. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes people are not going to want to go with you to places, you know what I'm saying? At all. And it's weird, you know what I'm saying? Even I remember I had a friend, and I said, hey, let's go to Dave & Buster's. Oh, I don't want to go to Dave & Buster's. Guess what? I'm going to Dave & Buster's. Whether that person went or not, I was like, I'm going to go to Dave & Buster's because that's what I want to do. And I had such a fun time in Dave & Buster's. I asked another friend, they wanted to go to Dave & Buster's. So we went to Dave & Buster's. We both had a great time. It was fun. It was different. Sometimes a lot of us, we have this bubble where it's just everything that we usually do. We don't try to break into new patterns, new lifestyles, new life changes. And I sit and wonder why. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's nothing wrong with normal, okay? But sometimes you have to break out of that mode. Certain things that you were taught, certain things, your lifestyle may be different. Just because you have a different lifestyle does not make it a bad thing. And I think sometimes people get that from me. They're like, oh, well, I didn't expect you to be this way because I'm not your normal person. I'm pretty different, you know what I'm saying? And I'm a fun different, you know what I'm saying? I like to do different things. My lifestyle, how I live as a person is different from your average person. And I don't want it to be the same as everyone else. Could you imagine I had the same blueprint as the next person to how I want to live my life? It would be plain. It would be boring. It would be, I wouldn't necessarily say miserable, maybe depressing to some people. Maybe just like, I do this every day. You know what I'm saying? So we have to break certain patterns that we were taught and also have to break certain social norms to understand that there are other ways to live a decent life. Also trying new things too as well. And like I said, I don't mind trying new things. I think it's to me, it's healthy to try new things. Like, could you just imagine me from when I was younger and up until now that I'm 31 and I never tried new things, meaning new food, new clothing, none of that. I think my life would be boring. You know what I'm saying? It would be lifeless because I didn't explore other things that were fun. I started going to cons. Once I found out the first time I went to a con was fun, I was like, I'm going back. This is fun. Got a chance to meet new people, met some cool vendors along the way, have cosplay people that I generally hang out with. You know what I'm saying? So it's a fun experience. It's something that it's like a little mini vacation. You know what I'm saying? But just with the congoers, you know what I'm saying? I've even went last year for the first time. I kept saying to myself, I'm gonna go to the dance. I'm gonna go to the dance. I told myself that last year. I told that same lie. I told myself, I said, nah, you know what? I ought to be ashamed of myself. And this time, a friend asked me to say, yo, you need to go to the dance. You're gonna have a good time. You know, my friends at the time, they didn't want to go. I was like, all right, cool. I sat there and I thought about it. I said, well, I'm already here. The dance is almost coming up at this time, 8 o'clock. And I had the best time of my life, man. When I mean, I was dancing left and right. I was dancing with all types of different people. And it was fun. And I was Kid Flash. Man, it was fun. It was super fun. People were having a good time. I remember I was dancing with the one person. And she's like, what are you doing? I had to literally kind of like push her up against me because the guy in the wheelchair that had the Superman shirt on and Superman pants, my man was getting it in that wheelchair, bro. He was getting it. Dude was dancing in the wheelchair, just moving around on the floor of the wheelchair. I said, shoot, I ain't mad at him. I'm like, why would you know what I'm saying? You're trying to have a good time too. So, you know, like I said, if we don't try new things, it doesn't help, man. Learning new things is also important. I think everyone should take time to learn new things. I don't care if it's a freaking book. Go get your book. Learn something new. You got your phone. It's a smartphone. You got an iPhone. Learn something new on there. Like I said, people always saying, oh, it's nothing to do. It's boring. You got your smartphone. You got your iPhone. Whichever one you got. You got their books out there. You know what I'm saying? You can get you a book to read. Also, you can look up books on Google. A lot of y'all didn't know that. And preview the book before you go buy the book. You know what I'm saying? The other thing is documentaries. I love documentaries. I like documentaries. There are certain YouTube channels that I go to and learn new things as well. So it should not be an excuse why I can't learn something new. You know what I'm saying? Literally, I remember saying to myself, I learned some new things. And the good thing is you have to learn new things. If you don't learn new things, then it's no point. You know what I'm saying? It's great to learn new things. I think for me, it's a curiosity. You know what I'm saying? I love to learn new things. I'm like, did you know this? Did you know that? You know, and I watch documentaries and stuff. I don't own many documentaries, but there's a documentary series I do own, and I enjoy that documentary series. Every now and then I go back to it because each time, like I said, the first time you watch something, it doesn't always resonate with you. So sometimes you got to go back for a second time, you know? So, like I said, I do love documentaries. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, even on Netflix, there are documentaries. I go on there. Sometimes I look at documentaries and they are helpful. I learn about politics, stuff that I didn't know about politics. Things I didn't know about slavery. Things I didn't know about how society operated. Even there's a documentary on YouTube that talks about propaganda and how this whole situation came to be when it comes to clothing, cigarettes, all that stuff. And this deals with Sigmund Freud's nephew. I think it's Century of Self. It's a 3-hour documentary. Trust me, I didn't watch it in one day. I divided it into pieces. Someday I watched it. You know what I'm saying? Day 1, I watched a little bit of it. Day 2, I watched a little bit of it. Day 3, I watched a little bit of it. Day 4, day 5. You know what I'm saying? I divided my time to watch the documentary because it was a very informative documentary. By far, it shows a lot of the problems with the capitalist society that we live in. But it was very informative. You understood why they sell cigarettes and liquor to a certain audience. And also, music has an influence. Also, the newspapers. So, like I said, there should be no excuse of staying in the comfort zone. Now, I'm not going to lie. When I first got out the comfort zone, I was a little nervous. I'm like, I'm not used to this. So, you usually run back to something that you're not comfortable with. But sometimes we have to get comfortable. We have to adapt. Let's be honest. Think about it. You're the caterpillar. You're supposed to be becoming the butterfly. That's what it is. You evolve. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, evolving is not an awful thing. It's just you're shedding off what you used to do in order to become a better person. And I think, like I said, I do research on things too. Also research things. And it's something you don't understand, research it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people want to argue with you about it, like, oh, well, this is right. That's what it is. No, go research it. Do your own research, and it'll help. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you can't believe everything people tell you. There are reasons why certain things are the way they are, because we don't want to go find out information. We just want to say, well, it was passed down to generation, but no one stopped to say, hey, you know what? Is this real? Is this true? I even do that with holidays. That's why holidays are not like my favorite thing anymore. I get it. I understand it. It's a market in it. It's propaganda. They make you go buy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Christmas, Halloween, all these holidays. Halloween has a different origin than a lot of people think it is. Halloween is originally the Day of the Dead. Yes, a lot of people do not know that. It's not trick-or-treating. You know what I'm saying? So the problem is we don't go research stuff. We just blindly believe it. We accept for what it is. It's like, really? This is how we're going to live now? So, like I said, there's nothing wrong with getting out your comfort zone. And sometimes you have to, in order to obtain a new understanding of your life, maybe a new life path. I know when it came to certain friends, I did that. I was like, you know what? Some of these friends got to go, because our life paths didn't quite agree with one another. Some people were doing the wrong things with their life. Some of the issue was just like, you know what? It's time for something else. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that's okay to explore, to make new friends. But like I said, get out the comfort zone is very helpful for your own personal growth, development, your spiritualness, your wholeness as an individual. You guys tell me in the comment, what made you get out your comfort zone? Have you got out your comfort zone? And what are things that make you want to get out your comfort zone? So next time, guys, your boy, Professor Charles S. Live. This is the vlog for today, guys. Have a great one. I'm out.